Hello, I'm Thomas from the Kitesurf Centre, and I'm going to talk you through some of the RRD surfboard range. I'm going to start here with the Pop. So as you can see, it has quite a wide outline, very early planing, efficient, good for smaller waves and lighter winds. Have these really nice contours on the deck, makes it great for grabbing, and also adds a little bit of stiffness because you've got corrugation. If we go to the base shape, it's that. As you can see, it has quite a flat rocker, which is adding to that efficiency. Little scoop at the front, scooping at the back, and if we look through the board this way, you'll see a concave running through the board, so that's a scoop out of it like that. What that aids is water flow, so as the water's coming along the board, it's getting pushed through the board like that, which makes it more efficient, but also makes it smooth. So rather than the board having a flat base and it's slapping, the water is pushed along through the fins, giving efficiency and adding some grip. While we're talking about the fins, as you can see on this board, I have a quad setup, so that gives it very good edging. You've got the grip right on the rails here, and it's kind of a snappy feel, so not a smaller carve, you're kind of quite grippy as you're carving round. Have the fishtail, which works really well with that concave, so it's giving efficiency as it's coming through, and the fishtail aids the water flow off the back. When we go back to the outline of the board, it's quite a rounded nose. If you imagine when a surfboard's carving, it's nice and round, so that gives it really smooth carves, and again that shape is sort of reflected in the tail, it's just carving around. So it's a really smooth carving board, a little bit of rock on the nose, so that helps over the chop and through the waves, so it's very, very good for the smaller waves, light winds. Really good as well as your first surfboard because you've got that wide outline. So when you're changing your feet around, it's nice and stable. You can practice doing your tacks and your drives. So that's the Pop. Brilliant for small waves, light wind, first surfboard, and very lightweight as well. Now we're going to move on to the RRD Spark. As you can see, you have that wide outline throughout the whole board. Very efficient board. A continuous rocker, so it's similar on the nose and the tail. It's a little bit more on the lip, but it's quite equally balanced. So again, it's efficient, but that rocker's helping the smooth ride. The wide outline makes it very, very good for the smaller waves, really stable, great for foot placements. It's actually a twin tip if you look at the outline. What that makes it great for is, in fact, riding backwards. So it's good for strapless freestyle. If you land doing a 180, you can ride the board backwards. You've got the rocker on the nose and that wide outline, so it's really stable. The other thing that makes it great for strapless freestyle is with the wide outline, when you're doing your jumps, it holds up really nicely into the wind. So as you push up, sticks on your feet, and then you can come in for land. The big surface area makes it really nice and stable on landings. This rounded shape gives it that smooth carve on the wave, so it's basically a really nice all-rounder, very good for the smaller waves, light winds, strapless freestyle. The smooth carving, stable, and similar to the other ones that we're running through today, it's a great first board. So universal use from beginner to advanced. Here we have the RRD Cotan. So as you can see with this board, it's one of the stubby nose boards. So Cotan actually stands for cut off tail and nose. Really nice and simple. With these chopped off nose boards, you ride them smaller, because imagine if you had the points here, so it's all shrunk down, wider outline throughout, so they're much more efficient for their length, which gives it good manoeuvrability for its size, but you still get the stability. This one has quite a square outline as we're going down towards the tail. You have that fish tail, so you've got that surface area here, so it makes it very stable at the back, early planing, good upwind with the square rail, and it's grippy down at the back. So you can see you have the sort of swallow-like tail on the back, which really works well with this base shape. So if you look down the base, you can see it has some channeling down at the tail. So that does a couple of things. The water flow coming through the nose will continuously run all the way through the fins and out through that channel. So you have really smooth water flow, added grip as it's pushing the water past the fins, accentuating the way the fins are working. But also, as that's dropping down there, you have increased rocker on the tail. So more rocker means the board sits slightly lower, so you have more grip, so you can control your speed on slightly larger waves. And if you're carving hard, you can control it as you're doing a more powerful carve. So it's able to handle bigger waves than something like the Spark here, which has that flatter rocker, or the continuous rocker throughout. This has quite flat through the middle, but coming up at the tail, which gives you a bit more control at high speeds or dropping down bigger faces on larger waves. This model, as well as the Spark we have here, they're both the wood construction. That's bamboo laminate on the top sheets and the bottom sheets. So looks amazing, really, really cool compared to the standard construction. It's also very strong for impact. So you don't get the heel dents, just a lot more durable over time. With kitesurfing, where you're putting a lot of pressure through the board, especially for doing some jumps, the bamboo laminate is much stronger than the standard fiberglass. C.o.t.a.n, just like these other two boards, the Spark and the Pop, with this wider outline, it's very stable, easy to use, especially going into the larger sizes, so also great as a first surfboard. Pretty much a do-everything board. It's going to be great on the small waves with that wider outline, but you can control your speed and sort of edging ability as you're dropping in due to that extra tail rocker, the grip, and the ability to choose your fin type. So you can ride it as a thruster, which is 3 fins, so that fin, and that fin, or you can ride it as a quad setup. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Thruster has a more loose feel, more like your classic surfing feel. The quad is a bit grippier, a bit more edgy, so you're going to end up doing bigger carves because you can't swing it around quite so much, but very, very good if you want some grip, perhaps you're going into some bigger waves. Also, the extra edging ability is really good for just flying upwind. So there you have it, 3 really great boards from RRD, spanning the range, all very stable, all great first boards. The Pop, really good for small waves, light wind, first board, really smooth carving, really nice. The Spark here, compared to the Pop, a little bit more with the freestyle because you have the twin tip shape, but also a very smooth board, really nice and easy to use, great in the small waves and light wind as well. And then we have the C.o.t.a.n, which can just handle a little bit more when you come into slightly stronger winds or you're riding bigger waves. So yeah, come and check them all out in our shop or online. All mega discounts at the moment, so price is starting at just $329. Absolute bargain.